Hello and welcome back to the channel. I just thought I would do a quick little update video on the L200 since I haven't done much on it recently. I've just had it into Mitsubishi this morning about the Canopy, which I'll go through and I'll show what you should be looking out for on them. And just something else I thought I would show as well. I got myself a wheel clamp. This is like £150 wheel clamp, but I got it for like 30 quid. It's pretty much brand new. Yes, I know it should be on there, but when you do it then you turn it over, the lock's on the bottom. What I normally do is I have it on the back wheel at the other side, but for the moment, as you know about me other projects on the go, I've got the Chrysler on the way, so I can't really get in there, so it's better than nothing. But I just thought I would go through this a little bit, why I've bought it. Clearly everybody knows I've got the ML and I've got me other cars and stuff, so clearly this would be a pain in the arse to take on and off every day. But this gets parked up normally on a Sunday or a Monday, and it'll not get used again until a Saturday, so that's perfect. Yes, I know somebody could come along with some cut and sew and cut the thing off, but it's just an extra little bit of deterrent, because I'm not going to say how it's done or how you can do it, but these cars with keyless entry are dead easy to nick. Like, literally, you just need to walk up to them. Like, that's my kitchen there, up there, with a scanner, clone the key into the car, and like I've said, you just press the button, you're in. And as everybody knows who's got the Series 5, you don't even have an ignition barrel, it's just a push button start. Once that's linked up to the immobiliser, bang, they're away. Literally, these professional thieves can have these away within minutes, and I mean minutes. So here ho, you buy it, it's a 19, 20 grand car for the sake of a 30 quid wheel clamp. I put it on. So I just thought, if anybody does the same as me and you don't use the car regular, it's a good idea. Just as long as you remember when you set off to take the damn thing off, which I've deliberately got the keys for the lock attached to the keys that I use, so I don't forget. Like I've said, normally it's on the other wheel, so it's right clear in view, but at the moment I can't. Anyways, on to the Canopy. As you have all known, no, I'm not a big fan of this. This is called the Adventurer 3 top. It's by Truckman, I think you can just see it in there. To be quite honest, absolutely crap. What was happening was when I first got this by the way, this Canopy was fitted brand new in, I think it was January or February, because all the paint was starting to go on it. All these seals had gone, and God knows what other problems, and luckily the garage agreed to replace it. So this is only 6 months old, this Canopy. And what was happening was this wasn't even in line. If you look, it's not even bonded properly to the plastic frame. And when you look at all this stuff, it's just something that. So what was happening was when I was pulling the handle, when it's locked like that, it was popping it. And the guy, in fairness, at the garage, he did, 'cause I know the guy who works at the garage, he's a nice lad, he adjusted it. Yes, I know he's all saying, Dan, why didn't you not do it? You're a mechanic. But you know what these main dealers are like. If I touched something and something broke, they'd be pointing a finger at me. So what was happening was you were just pulling the handle that far, and it was actually popping it open. Like it's actually there now. If you look at that, see that, how that's now decided to unlock itself. And I hadn't even pulled the handle that far. So that's locked. And what was happening was, when it was locked, literally just a little bit further than that, it was opening it. I'll see if I can actually get it to do it. So yeah, what it was obviously they weren't in line, so the guy did redo the catcher, so now that sits a lot better and it seals a lot better. But the only thing I'm a little bit concerned at is how close that now sits to here for catching. I know there's a protection layer on here, but it wouldn't take much to rub through that to damage the paint. But anyways, bearing in mind, I think I've done not even 500 miles in this car since January. As you can see, it does not get worked hard at all. And have you seen the state of these? I mean, I know it's not a big deal, but I don't know if you can see it on camera. See how it's starting to crack there? The rubber? This is something that's 6 months old. And how much are these Canopies brand new? About 2 grand or something? You can see there. It's a big crack. All the way running up there. Up there. And this was the main reason I didn't actually touch this, is if you notice this plastic frame here, you'll notice it'll crack. This is why I got my other Canopy replaced. It's just like plastic layer. All this had come apart. But if you look up here, where is it? There. Let's see if the camera will focus in. See the crack there? So he seen that, and I showed him it. I says, I don't want to go messing on with these, tightening it up. If that was to crack any more, they'd blame me for it. So he's made a note of that. So just remember, if you've had your canopy fitted from Porterbury, if you get the Mitsubishi have to give you the information. If these were fitted in Porterbury, you get a 3-year warranty on them. 5-year on the truck, 3-year on these. Hence I've had my whole canopy replaced. And the guy adjusted this. Obviously my car's not 3-year-old until March. And his advice, which I actually took his advice, he said, I'll adjust this now for you. He says, because I can bet you by the time March comes, he says there'll be cracks up here and stuff. He says then you'll need it replaced again. So he says, I've noted that it's been cracked. Obviously you can see it there, the frame cracked there. He says you will get a new screen, but he says you may as well just wait until near Christmas time and get it on as close as possible to March as you can. And that way, once it's out of warranty in March, I've got a newer screen rather than having it put in. But I don't know, is it just me being picky? But is this just not acceptable? I mean, to a lot of people, it's just a truck. Who cares? But to me, it's me pride and joy. I say I spent a lot of money on it. You expect things like this and this to be having these issues, but not something that's 6 months old having them. You know, the dust boots cracked a bit. They'll be falling off, I reckon, by the end of the year. Like I said, there'll be more cracks appearing on that. These window seals in here constantly leak. They're not the best. So you know, I'm in a bit of a position as come March, when the canopy is out of warranty. How long's the thing going to last? Am I going to have to keep replacing the dust boots? And people say, oh, these don't matter. Well, if they're on, if they don't matter, why are they put on in the first place? They're there for a reason. They're there to stop dust getting into the seals, which then knock them up. And yes, I know people say a lot of them don't have them, but then they're designed not to have them. So, you know, I feel as if... Sorry, I got stopped there, so if that doesn't link up what I've just said to now, I forgot what I was saying. But a few people have asked us a few things about the soft drop tailgate and the Easy Up. I got these when I first got the car on eBay. I think they're called Easy Up. But there's some numbers on it if you want them. Not a bad job to do. Just fit the gas strut there. Replace the original hinges with these ones with a spring. And a few of you were asking about the water leaking in the back. And that's your water defence kit. Absolute nightmare to fit, because you've got to take the whole liner out. And when you've got a canopy on, it's a nightmare. So we managed to fit them in situ. Not perfectly, but they work perfectly. There's no leaking. So they're a direct part for Mitsubishi, those water defence kits. So yeah, keep an eye out on these things on your canopies. If you're within your 3 years, get them changed. Don't let them fob you off with lies and rubbish and stuff like that. Get it in, get it changed, and get a new canopy if you can. And obviously keep an eye for paintwork as well. Seems to be a common issue, all the little bubbles in the paint. In 2 months, my dog's decided to let himself out the house. I'll be back in a moment. So I'll go around a few other bits. A lot of people have said these bulbs were rubbish that they fitted them. These have been perfectly fine for me. Maybe if you have your lights on all the time or you do a lot of miles, but they're still working perfect for me. So who knows, I might have just get a different batch of bulbs. Fitted these as well, but you'll have seen on me Mercedes ML, I fitted them to that as well. They're like a rainbow effect amber bulb, but they look obviously silver and flash orange. They're great. These as well, original Mitsubishi LED fog lights. They look the part, they match exactly kind of how these lights look. But apart from that, they're fantastic at night. They're like just as bright as, well, in fact, they're brighter than the headlights nearly. I know you can get the ones on eBay for, if you know, next to nothing, but they haven't kind of got this look to them, like a globe effect to them. So they're great. Our lad was asking us about me, like the bonnet deflector, Scout. I got them from the same company I buy all my Team Hecko wind deflectors from. Always go Team Hecko for these. Are much better where they sit flush. Not keen of the ones that sit like them old-fashioned, like you know, the old-fashioned Shoguns and stuff. It's a bit like 1990s. I like them. They're more slimline, and they don't really affect the wind operation at all. Onto these tyres, the General Grabber AT3s, absolutely fantastic. I've done 1,000 miles on these now. There's absolutely no sign whatsoever of them wearing. No noise, No extra fuel, like no worse fuel economy. Brilliant in the snow, brilliant off-road. And yeah, I know it's not like a monster truck thing. I do very light off-roading in it, and they work fine. As you can see, they always pick up big rocks in them. As well as my brake drums, I did those with the 8-year guarantee, supposedly, Hammerite, and they still look absolutely perfect, and they've gone through a whole winter. And obviously that's all my wax oil, and I did what I tell everybody, it's the clear. That was done about a year ago now, when I first got the truck. Absolutely no rust at all. See if I can get underneath a little bit. See the floor, it's all been protected, but it's clear. I'll see if I can get down to the chassis somehow. Not sure how this actually will through here. There you see the chassis down there. Perfect. All them strut tops. No rust, you know, where you would expect it. But it's a clear coat, so it's not all that black tar stuff which people hate. So you've seen them on the lift underneath. I've done videos on that. So yeah, that's just a quick update on the L200. If there's any questions you want to ask, leave a comment below. Like, subscribe, or share to your friends if they have one of these cars. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.